the state of New York for Cortland County in the matter of the applications for United States citizenship. I'm going to ask that you remain standing until we have heard the invocation and we've done the Pledge of Allegiance and heard the national anthem. And for our invocation, I'm going to call on the Reverend Vicky Bertson, pastor of the Homer Congregational Church.
I'm honored to join you today. I pray today as a white Christian clergywoman whose ancestors come from England, Ireland, Wales, and Germany. In celebration of the diversity in this room and recognizing the important moment in your lives, let us pray. Holy One, today we recall the words inscribed on the Statue of Liberty, words important to many of our ancestors. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. In this meeting, Holy One, we recognize that we are enriched by the diversity of those seeking citizenship in this country. They come to share in a land of freedom. Let those seeking refuge contribute the gift of their culture to the fabric of these United States. Let each one feel valued. Let each one feel welcomed. Let each one feel that they have found their home. May their lives be blessed with hope, and in turn, may each person be a blessing to our United States of America. We humbly ask your presence among us, Holy One. We pray in the name of all that is holy. Amen.
Past exalted ruler of the Homer Elks, Mary Harrington will now lead us in our pledge.
Please join me in placing your right hands over your hearts. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I want to welcome everyone today on this joyous occasion, designed especially to honor all of you, our new citizens. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the a cappella ensemble from Cortland High School, the dynamic pause of Director Benjamin Wells, And we thank you for contributing your vocal talents to the beauty of these festivities. The Cortland High School mascot is the purple tiger. And while tigers are not generally purple, they do have paws. And these paws are dynamic. And we thank you. We're also joined by some Eagles from McGraw High School and Olympians from Marathon High School up in the balcony. They're present to witness the joy of your citizenship as well. The presence of our high school students is appropriate because this is an educational event. The ceremony is conducted by a state judicial branch of government. The citizenship papers are issued by the federal executive branch, and we will have participation by the clerk of the county legislature, in addition to a former member of a town board. So for all the students, this is both a government lesson and a unique opportunity to witness the pride of new citizens who recognize the opportunities and the responsibilities of achieving citizenship in the United States of America. We're very pleased to have with us the Executive Director of the Cortland County Business Development Corporation. Mr. Van Gorder knows that the economic and cultural success of any community depends on the dedication and the work of its citizens. So for opening remarks, please welcome Gary Van Gorder.
Thank you, Judge Rumsey, and good morning to everyone. On behalf of the Mayor and the County Legislature Chairman and 50,000 residents of the County of Cortland, I want to welcome you to our historic courthouse for today's ceremony. I know you've worked hard for this moment and that it has taken some time, but believe me when I say that we all appreciate your keen interest in becoming citizens of this great nation. As it is in cities across America, Cortland's history is grounded in a rich mix of people from cultures and places far away, each bringing their own unique traditions, energies, and talents to create a community unified in its commitment to this place they call home. And while I know that many of you have taken up residence outside of Cortland County, please know that your contributions in your home communities are no less important to us as we work to move our region forward as a great place to live, a great place to work, and a great place to raise your families. Indeed, it's a great privilege to live in the United States. It's another thing entirely to be a United States citizen. You may now become fully engaged in all the nation has to offer, from voting in federal elections to working for the federal government. You can now travel abroad more easily, and your ability to connect with family members still living abroad has been enhanced. In exchange for these new benefits, you've pledged your commitment and loyalty to this nation, and that I can speak for your fellow citizens in saying thank you. Again, welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you on this momentous occasion.
Thank you. The court now recognizes Mr. Justin Ignatiak, officer in charge of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, to present the petitions. Thank you, Your Honor.
It is my pleasure to introduce 26 candidates for United States citizenship. They come from 17 countries of the world, including Albany, Albania, Mexico, Bangladesh, Nicaragua, Brazil, the People's Republic of China, Cambodia, the Republic of Korea, Canada, Russia, Colombia, Switzerland, Cuba, Ukraine, Germany, United Kingdom, and Greece. Each person has voluntarily come forward to state his or her own personal declaration of independence from all former allegiances and loyalties, just as our forefathers did over 239 years ago. Each candidate is of good moral character, attached to the ideals and principles of the United States, and eligible in all respects for citizenship upon taking the prescribed oath of allegiance to the United States and its Constitution. Your Honor, the candidates are now ready for the oath of allegiance.
Thank you. Upon review of the petitions for citizenship, all are in perfect good form. I accept the report that all applicants are duly qualified and eligible for citizenship, my pleasure and my honor to grant approval of the petitions. The oath of allegiance is printed on the back page of your program. All of us who are witnesses today should reflect on the importance of each declaration of the oath, all of which are voluntarily accepted by our new citizens. The oath will be administered by the Cortland County Clerk, Elizabeth Larkin, and I ask that all candidates for citizenship please rise and remain standing for the oath of allegiance.
Take a big breath and let it out. As County Clerk of Cortland County, it is an honor and a privilege to administer the oath to you to become citizens of the United States of America. This is the same oath sworn by millions of naturalized citizens in the United States since the late 1700s. So, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath or affirmation that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince or potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law. And I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Balcony gave you a standing ovation as well. Hassan Webby is known as Gus, and he's going to speak to us now. Gus left his country of Lebanon in 1982 to attend Syracuse University. He became a civil engineer, and in 1996 he took his oath to become a citizen of the United States. He raised a family in the Cortland County town of Truxton and was elected several times as a local government official. Having witnessed the dangers in occupied Lebanon when roadblocks were constant, he still marvels at the freedom in America to drive from New York State to California without passing a checkpoint. Because he's told his story so many times, Gus thinks that we don't want to hear it again. He refuses to believe when we tell him that hearing his impressive story never gets old. Only Gus gets old. Forever.
Now, how does that sound? Your wait is over, and what a feeling it is. No more background checks, no more tests, no more interviews or waiting for the mail. Your day is here, and believe me, you will never forget how you feel today. Even though it's been 21 years, I still remember the day I stood and took the oath of citizenship with my family and friends looking on. Now, I have to ask you a question. How many of you think it is possible for you to get elected in your town, city, or village? Well, although I am not currently an elected official, I am proof that a regular guy, an immigrant just like you, can get involved and run for office. I was elected 3 times as town council person and once as town supervisor in the town of Truxton here in Cortland County. A friend of mine asked me, how does it feel to be a naturalized citizen elected as supervisor? Well, let me tell you, it is as much an honor as it is being invited to speak to you today. To me, it proves 2 things. It is a testament to the heart and soul of the American people, and that if you work hard for your community and try to make a difference, people will notice and appreciate what you do. Now, I'm not asking you to run for election next November. I am simply asking you to be a constructive member of your community, no matter where you reside. Attend your town board meetings, public information meetings, or public hearings. Important decisions are made at the local level that affect your everyday life. So don't be afraid to voice your opinion and get involved. Today, you have earned the right to be called a United States citizen. But with that right comes the honor, the duty, and the responsibility not only to uphold the Constitution of the United States, but to defend it if need be. The Constitution represents your rights, not your privileges. We come here believing in them, thirsty for the taste of freedom and democracy. One person, one vote. And if I can only ask for one thing from you today, it would be to fill out your voter registration card. It takes about 1 minute to do so, but believe me, it is the most powerful card you will ever fill out. And you can defend and preserve the right passed on to us by the founding fathers with your vote. I know some of you waited a lifetime for the opportunity to vote. It is in your hands now. Don't waste it. Vote every election, because every vote counts. The United States has opened its arms for you. Cortland County and my town of Truxton welcomes you. This is still the land where dreams come true, where you can be anything you want to be. Truxton is where I chose to live and raise 2 young men who are now in college, and I would not change a thing if I had to do it all over again. Don't think of today as the end of a long journey. Your journey has just begun. Enjoy every moment. Preserve your heritage, but also embrace your community, your state, and most of all, your country. Last but not least, nothing symbolizes our freedom more than our flag. And through the office of Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, I was able to acquire a flag that was flown over the United States Capitol. It comes with a certificate that reads the following. This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol on February 17, 2017. At the request of the Honorable Claudia Tenney, Member of Congress, this flag was flown for a new constituent of the 22nd Congressional District of New York on the occasion of becoming a citizen of the United States of America. So how do I give the flag to one of you? When you all deserve it, I'm going to ask a very simple question, and the first person to shout the answer, so it's not the time to be shy, the first person to shout the answer will receive the flag from the Honorable Judge Ramsey. Here it is. In which month are the general elections held?
November.
Congratulations to all of you, and welcome to the United States of America.
That gift is a real treasure. One of these times, Gus is going to give away this tie. Gus, we know how much our freedoms and liberties mean to you, but your accomplishments mean just as much to us. Thank you very, very much. Please note, if you would, the stained glass in the courtroom ceiling where the seal of the County of Cortland is displayed. This was constructed when the courthouse and the courtroom were completed in 1924. The seal notes the year 1808 when the county was incorporated, and the seal generally represents our labor and agricultural background, as well as the opportunities and freedom available to all citizens. 8 years after its incorporation, Cortland County acknowledged its first naturalized citizen, John Corbett. He was born in Ireland and resided in the town of Homer. He may have been Portland's first, but all of you are the newest naturalized citizens in Central New York, and we celebrate this day with you. We appreciate the participation of Cortland County Dairy Princess alternate Ailey Forbes, I see her up there, assisting with our reception following the ceremony, which all of you should partake in on your way out. Please enjoy that. Also in your honor, and to further the government lesson for our students, we have a number of dignitaries present, and I would ask each of them to please raise your hand when I announce your name. I didn't see him earlier, but we know that the mayor of Cortland, Brian Tobin, was hoping to come. But we do have with us the assistant to State Senator James Seward and Cincinnati's town supervisor, Luann King. Thank you. Cortland County Treasurer Ralph Canfield did not make it. Cortland County District Attorney Patrick Perfetti is right there. And Cortland County Probation Director Lisa Katai is with us. Our Cortland County Election Commissioners, Thomas Brown and Robert Howe, are both here. From our court system, we have Executive Director of Administration for this district, Gregory Gates. Thank you. And a judge from the city of Cortland, Lawrence Knickerbocker, is here. And the judge, Support Magistrate Sarah Hinchcliffe is here as well. We have the Commissioner of Jurors, Elizabeth Wenz, present. And Supreme Court Law Clerk Mark Massler is here. All of them are here voluntarily, and they've taken the time to witness in your special day. We're now honored to have a special guest, Catherine Bertini. She is Professor and Vice Chair of Public Administration and International Affairs at Syracuse University's Maxwell School of Citizenship. She is a former United Nations Undersecretary General for Management, and with the endorsements of Presidents H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton, she served for a decade as Executive Director of the United Nations World Food Program, enabling her to assist hundreds of millions of victims of wars and natural disasters in many countries, some of which are represented by our new citizens today. For that work alone, the Times of London named her one of the world's most powerful women. And in 2003, 2003, she was awarded the World Food Prize, one of the most prestigious international awards. Professor Bertini has served as an assistant secretary at the United States Department of Agriculture and as a senior fellow of agricultural development at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. She continues to serve as a distinguished fellow at the Chicago Council of Global Affairs, and she has received numerous commendations and honorary degrees. And if I continue with her achievements, this introduction will take longer than the time she's been allotted to speak. As you might expect, Professor Bertini is asked to give major speeches throughout the United States and the world, so why did she agree to pay a brief tribute to our new citizens? I suspect that she said yes because in addition to one who can share with you your joyous day, she used to be a Cortland High School Purple Tiger. Please welcome Professor Catherine.
Welcome. Welcome all. Before I speak to the new citizens, though, I have to thank Purple Tiger Judge Phil Rumsey for organizing this beautiful ceremony in this beautiful chamber. Thank you, Judge Rumsey. Albert Einstein, Germany, Nobel Prize physicist. Iman, Somalia, model. Carlos Santana, Mexico, musician. I am Pei, China, architect. Amini Audi, Lebanon, chairman of Stickley Furniture Company. Melania Trump, Slovenia, First Lady. Hakeem Olajuwon, Nigeria, professional athlete. Mel Martinez, Cuba, U.S. Senator. Indra Nooyi, India, chairman of PepsiCo. Gus Rebbe, Lebanon, town supervisor and civil engineer. Hamdi Ulukaya, Turkey, founder of Chobani Yogurt Company. Madeleine Albright, then Czechoslovakia, Secretary of State. And now, you. Americans all. Working in all different professions, from all different nations, all different religions, all different cultures, all coming together to make the United States of America home and to make the United States of America better. Everyone in this chamber, everyone in America, except for those whose descendants we call Native Americans, have an ancestor who once took this oath, the oath that you took today. Judge Rumsey, Clerk Larkin, District Attorney Perfetti, myself. As you have heard many times, our country is built because of the bravery, the courage, and the commitment of people who have come from other countries to build and to create and build this one. To all of the new citizens, no matter your age, you are the next generation of Americans. You are the new generation. And every generation is crucial to the success of the United States of America. President Ronald Reagan once said, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." Now that freedom is yours to defend and yours to enjoy. I haven't lived the lives that you have lived. I haven't seen everything you've seen. But I have traveled the world when I worked for the United Nations because we were providing support, as the judge said, to women and men and children throughout the world who were cut off from food, who had no shelter, who needed extra support just to survive. I've seen the oppression that many have lived through, the refugee camps that many have lived in, and the hope that mothers worldwide have for their families and for their children. It's the same hope that I know my grandmother had when she came here from Italy and when she had children and watched them and then her grandchildren grow and thought that her descendants will now be able to enjoy the freedom that the United States of America gives. I expect that you, no matter your age, have that same hope for your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews here in this country, and all of your descendants. So while we all welcome you today, while we all salute you, we all congratulate you. We also expect much from you, as we expect from ourselves. We expect you to participate in this society, whether in any way you choose. That's some of the benefit of being here. Whether it's through your community or your place of worship or your business or your school or your university, wherever you work, wherever you play, wherever you live, we hope you will become an active part. My guess is that many of you already are before you came here today. We expect you to serve when you're called by the government. Realistically, that most likely would be called to a chamber like this to serve as a member of a jury of your peers. But most importantly, as Gus Webby said, we expect you to vote. Voting is ultimately how we preserve and grow this republic and why it still thrives after 239 years. And voting is part of our responsibility, as we were reminded by our President Abraham Lincoln when he spoke to a very split country, and he said that we are a nation of the people, by the people, and for the people. We can only be that nation if the people all participate. President Barack Obama said, "We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, all of us defending the United States of America." Thank you for coming to this country. Thank you for making your commitment to this country. Thank you for what you've done already as residents of this country, and for the amazing things that you and your descendants are going to do to help continue to make this country one of freedom, one that is strong, and one that is built on the hard work of all of its people. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you, Professor. We're very proud to have you with us. I'm pleased to call forward now Eric Mulligan. He's the clerk of the Cortland County Legislature and the county historian. He is going to tell us a little bit about the American's Creed, and at the appropriate time, he'll have all of us stand as we recite that creed, which is printed in the bulletin.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Judge Rumsey, for allowing me to address this session of Supreme Court. On behalf of the Cortland County Legislature and Legislative Chairman Donald Boyd, I welcome each of you to Cortland County As a lifelong resident, I'm pleased to host this special ceremony here in our courthouse. As a lifelong resident, Mr. Wavy and I do share one thing in common, and that is a love for Truxton. He chose to move there. I was born there, but I think I speak for both of us when I say it is an amazing place, and I would encourage you to take up residence there if you haven't done so already. Again, I'm Mayor Paul Bidlaw. I appear here today wearing many hats. First and foremost, I'm the clerk of the county legislature, which is the elected governing body for this community. Secondly, I serve as the county historian, and today for many of you, this is a historic moment. Finally, I stand before you as a member of the American Legion, Post 465 in Homer, where I previously served as commander for the Sons of the American Legion. For many of you today, this does mark a milestone in a long journey that started several years and several thousand miles ago. I applaud your dedication, and I can only imagine the time and effort that it's taking each of you to arrive at this point. Many of us take our rights and our responsibilities as citizens of this great nation for granted, and we are pleased that you have taken the time to become citizens. I am charged with delivering the American's Creed, which I'm sure by now you all have become familiar with, and since I am your county historian, a little background on the American Creed seems appropriate. The American Creed is a statement of the defining element of the American identity, written in 1917 by William Tyler Page as an entry into a patriotic contest. The creed was first formulated by Thomas Jefferson and elaborated by many others. It includes the principles of liberty, equality, individualism, populism, and laissez-faire. The creed is a statement of our Americanism, which is an articulation of the nation's rightful place in the world, a set of traditions, a political language, and a cultural style imbued with political meaning. According to the American Legion, which is a U.S. veterans organization, Americanism is an ideology or belief in devotion, loyalty, or allegiance to the United States of America, or to its flag, traditions, customs, culture, symbols, institutions, or form of government. Today, the creed and its language are still powerful and should serve to remind and encourage all of us, whether we were born in this nation or emigrated here from other parts of the world, that we have a shared purpose and a common bond that draws us all together regardless of our backgrounds. That is the love of this nation and the freedoms that we enjoy in it. If you would please stand and join me in reciting the American Creed. I believe in the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people, whose just powers are derived from the consent of the governed, a democracy and a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a perfect union, one and inseparable, established upon those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity for which American patriots sacrifice their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies. Thank you, each and every one of you, and once again, congratulations on behalf of Cortland County.
We owe thanks to a committee that worked diligently to bring about this celebration. County Clerk Elizabeth Larkin, thank you. Deputy County Clerks Amy Beringer and Brooke Emack. Chief Clerk of Supreme County Courts Karen Jordan. Supreme Court Secretary Cheryl Holbrook. And for documenting our event in video, thank you once again Sharon Stevens, who has been deservedly awarded the distinction as Woman of Achievement for many reasons. Congratulations for that. And while I'm thinking of this, you are recording this as well as the presentation of the petition of the documents at the end of the ceremony. And this can be viewed, as I understand it, in some fashion. You want to tell us?
In about a week, I will load it up to YouTube. So if you Google Cortland Naturalization Ceremony, April 5th, it should come up. It'll be on the Michael and Sharon Stevens channel.
If you need that again, she'll be here if you're going to ask her. We're grateful, of course, again, for the musical talents of the Cortland High School's Diana Pause and Director Ben Welch. And as always, thanks to our security personnel for their assistance. For donations of the flags for each new citizen and making possible the reception following our ceremony, please note others mentioned in your program. Before I forget, the committee also has packets to hand out as well as your document at the end of the ceremony. The packets include material that's been provided from a number of sources, including Senator Seward. There's a form for registering to vote. There's information about serving as a juror, and a lot of other good information that will be helpful to you, as well as passport information. I might add, speaking of jury duty, I have always had a line of people to come forward one at a time to tell me why they feel they couldn't serve for a case as a juror. And many times these are legitimate and understood reasons why they shouldn't and couldn't serve. However, I often remind them, before I ask them to line up, to come forward with their excuse to serve that day, that whenever we have these ceremonies and we have new citizens, there's always someone, at least one, that tells me they cannot wait because after today, they can not only vote, but they can serve as a juror. In many countries, as you know, we don't know how the justice system necessarily works. And our system may not be perfect, but we do have a jury system that is dependent upon our citizens. And the most eager and willing people to serve in that role usually are new citizens. And when I remind people of that, when we're ready to draw a jury, sometimes nobody lines up. So thank you, and we wish you all the best for your serving our communities in many ways, including voting and serving as a juror, if you're called. It is an honor and privilege to welcome you as full-fledged citizens of the United States. By your oath of allegiance to the United States, you sever political ties with the country of your birth, and you pledge that your allegiance is now exclusively to the United States. This is as it should be. In return for the benefits you seek within our shores, we are entitled to your solemn word that you will support our Constitution and laws and defend us against our enemies if that need should arise. Of course, this does not mean that you should forget your native land, or your friends, or your family members abroad, or your culture. We as a nation, and each community within the nation, are greatly benefited by the preservation of cultural traditions, such as the music, dress, and food of your homelands. Of course, it's important to speak and understand English, but it is beneficial to be fluent in a native tongue as well. It is important to know what it means to be an American, but it is also important to appreciate the cultural background of your family. Your heritage is part of your contribution to this great country. We are an amalgamation of the strengths of many nations and cultures. Each contributes to special skills and knowledge that has been acquired through the centuries. Each of you brings a special talent, a talent which, through hard work and dedication, will not only strengthen this nation, but provide you with success and achievement. Our Constitution provides you with the opportunity to pursue your goals and dreams on an equal basis with all other Americans. We promise you equality of opportunity, but we do not promise you wealth or wisdom. We promise you the pursuit of happiness, but we do not promise happiness. We promise you liberty, but we cannot guarantee you peace, only the opportunity to work with us to secure that peace. We are a fairly young country. We have much to learn. We've made mistakes in the past and will undoubtedly make errors in the future. But through good times and bad, we are a country of law. Our Constitution is a splendid and cherished document which continues to provide more protection of life, liberty, and property, social justice, and personal freedom for every individual than any other society in recorded history. In short, you are now among us to share in our successes and our failures, in the good times as well as the bad times. You join the great family of citizens enjoying the cherished principles of freedom, being convinced that you will make good citizens as your fellow citizens by birth and by choice, we enthusiastically welcome you as citizens of the United States of America. Naturalization, and we're going to ask you to stay until all the presentations have been made. You can continue to take photographs if you wish, and after the ceremony, you'll have more opportunity to take photos as well. I want to remind you that you should stop if you can on your way out from the first floor rotunda where you entered for a reception that is in your honor. And while you're down there, please review the material that is exhibited about our Constitution and our liberties. And so once again, congratulations to all of you as we show our pride in you.
John Donahoe from the United Kingdom. Lucila Andrea Acivendo from Colombia. Christopher Johannes Lehmann from Germany. Lin Ting Jiang from the People's Republic of China. Kevin Seknicki from Albania.
See how nice these are, by the way?
And Isabella Donahoe from the United Kingdom. Antoinette Derbyshire from Canada. Matthew Vincent Derbyshire from Canada. Oimi Chong from Cuba. Fabio Tommaso Santalucia from Switzerland. Marcelo Lucas de Sousa Picalo from Brazil. Marina Geneva Ryan from Ukraine. Ekaterinova Nikulia from Russia. Inna Yaroslavina Loshko from Ukraine. Vasyl Lushko from Ukraine. Andrei Vasilovich Lushko from Ukraine. Konstantin Kokoros from Greece. Rodrigo Carvalho Micalo from Brazil. Ming Li from the People's Republic of China. Verdita Das from Bangladesh. Angela Daniela Blake from Nicaragua. Eduardo Eugenio Ingio Elias from Mexico. Chai Hong from South Korea. Natalia Bushmich from Ukraine. Angela Jun Kim from South Korea.
Once again, thank you. You can take pictures here if you want before you leave. Please stop at the reception downstairs. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate everybody's participation. We wish you all the best. Thank you.